What's up, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Talk About It with your host, Deanna McKill. That is me. How y'all doing today? I'm doing pretty good. It is so late, like, for me to even be recording this. It's about 8 o'clock at night. I feel like I should be not doing this right now. But I feel a lot better than what I felt earlier. Earlier, I was, like, ultra lazy. I got all the energy in the world right now, which is good, so knock this out. Alright, on today's episode, in honor of Black History Month, happy Black History Month, everybody. It's Black all I've been saying ever since February started. I was like, actually no, that was yesterday I started saying this. I was like, it's Black History Month. I cannot be stressed. Bye. No, don't let nobody stress you out. We supposed to enjoy every single day of this month. So do that. Anyways, on today's episode, in honor of Black History Month, like I was saying, I will be talking about raising a black girl for tomorrow as a black woman today. So on this whole month, I plan on talking about relatable topics for black people, things we go through, how it feels. Maybe I'll talk about some history, who knows. It's just going to be all black this month. That's all I'm saying. It's going to be all black. And actually, with this topic, raising a black girl for tomorrow as a black woman, my friend Aja actually commented this on my TikTok. I was asking for some suggestions and she commented. I'm gonna put the little comment so y'all can see where she did it. And I think it's an excellent, God bless you by the way, Abby. I think it's an excellent topic because I can relate to both sides. I was a young black girl once, and now I'm also a woman, and I'm also a mother, and just so happened to be raising a little black girl. So Ivy is actually mixed. She is biracial, she is black, and she's also Puerto Rican mixed. But just looking at Ivy, like, you can tell that she's black. You can tell that she's a black girl. And what's crazy to me is in the beginning, when Ivy was younger, I didn't, feel it was necessary to teach her about color. Differences between the color of her skin and somebody else's. Only because kids are so innocent, and I feel like it wasn't an appropriate conversation to be having with like somebody who barely learned English, like she just learned how to talk, like she barely, you know what I'm saying? Like I felt like it was not, appropriate, or I didn't think she would be able to comprehend it. So, and also I just really genuinely didn't know how to explain that to a like 3-year-old. She's 5 now. And the reason I'm saying 3-year-old, we're going to start there, is because, like I said, Ivy just had started learning how to talk and actually hold a conversation as a child, a toddler. And also, it's like whenever I have like one of my first like whoa moments. So one day we were watching TV or something like that, and Ivy wanted to dress up, and she's like, Mommy, I want to look like that. And I look at the TV, and of course, it is a white girl with something like long straight hair. And I'm like, Ivy, unfortunately I can't do your hair like that. Ivy has really fine curly hair. Like her hair is just coiled up, but very like, it's like literally she's 5 with like baby hair texture. Like her hair texture is like baby hair. It's so like fine, it's long because it's curled up, but she don't know how like all that stuff works, right? So I'm like, Ivy, I can't do your hair like that, but you have curly hair, so I can make your hair, real curly. I can, fluff it out for you or something like that. And she was all sad. And I'm like, what you sad for, She's like, I want to look pretty like her. And I'm like, whoa, okay. So that's when I started feeling like, okay, it's time to like start having a talk with her, sadly, about like believing that she's beautiful the way that she is, even though she don't look like her she want to look on TV. And I'm not saying that the women on TV are not beautiful. They are beautiful, but you also should, believe that yourself is beautiful, and women like you can also be beautiful. I don't know why I'm stuttering like that, but I'm like, okay, so I take you to the bathroom. I'm like, put her in the mirror. I'm like, look at your hair, girl. It's like, girl, look how beautiful your hair is. Your hair's so curly, it's so bouncy and it's so fun because, coily hair you pull on it, it just bounces back, you know. So her hair does that. I'm like showing her, like, look how cool your hair is, look how long your hair is. Your hair can do two things: it can be straight and it can be curly. Like, you know, just making her like feel more accepting to herself, you know. And I felt kind of bad, like that stuff made me want to cry, because I'm like, dang, my like little 3-year-old is already being insecure about herself, you know. But now, as the time went on and everything, like I was saying, I didn't teach her color. So whenever she got like how old, when she was like 4, she was 4, and I was like, she was playing her Roblox. Look at her hair, like, come see, look at this little curls. She didn't like this hair. I'm like, girl, your hair's so pretty, you got them curly hairs. You wanna say something?
Hello.
All right. But I was like, she wanted me to play Roblox with her. This is when Ivy started getting really good at Roblox. Like, Ivy loves to play Roblox. That's her game. And I was like getting on there, and I seen her character, and her character was she had her character dressed like, looking like a white lady with long blonde hair, you know, princess outfit, which is cool. And she's like, Mommy, this is me. And I'm like, cool, you know. I'm like, cool, that's cool. And then I like started thinking about it, and I'm like, Ivy probably don't even know she's black, bro. Like,
Hello.
hello, Ivy. I'm about to finish my episode real quick. You can't eat this right now. So I'm like, Ivy, this was like last year, like probably like 6 months ago or something like that. It wasn't that long ago, because she just turned 5. I was like, Ivy, you know you black? She was like, I'm black? I'm like, yeah. Ivy don't know the difference between like different races, because like I said, I didn't feel like that was appropriate to be like saying, but like, well, not appropriate. I just felt like she wasn't gonna be able to comprehend it. So I was like, Ivy, you're black, like you're a brown woman, like look at your skin, you're brown, you know. And I was like, you can make your character that color just like how you are, right? And she, at first she didn't want to, and I was like, why don't you want to? And she's like, I don't know, because I want to. Really, mostly it's because most of the characters on the game were not black, so she was trying to make her characters like match to other people so they could all hang out or whatever. But anyways, I just thought that was kind of weird. So, well, not weird, of course, like I didn't really expect her to really know, you know, all the races and stuff like that, but it was just kind of weird that they really don't acknowledge, kids don't, like, unless you put it in front of a kid's not gonna know. That's what's weird about it, because people claim like racism doesn't exist and this and that, blah blah blah, which is, everybody knows that's not true. But racism is taught, because it's like, I'm not a racist type of person. I love all people. I have all types of different cultures and ethnicities around me, and I'm accepting to all people. But let's just say, in an event I wasn't that way, I'm pretty sure I would, you know, train my kid to not want to be around those type of people, you know what I'm saying? So my kid would have that in their mind, and that's the only way that a kid is going to know that, if their parents tell them it or somebody teaches it to them, right? Anyways, so I have a story, another story I want to tell real quick.
Papa come.
It's kind of in relation to this, just because on this day is Ivy experienced racism without even knowing it, and that also made me want to cry, because I was so sad, because she's just a 5-year-old, like she's just a kid, like, okay. Anyway, so there's where I live in New Orleans. I live in a nice part of town where there's a lot of white people, and I like it here. I ain't gonna even lie, it's pretty chill. But honestly, the crime in New Orleans has been going off, like it is off. Anyways, so we went to this park, and it was down the street from my house, and I've never been to this park before, because I never seen it. So I was like, hey Ivy, look, it's a new park. The first day I had rode past it, it was so many people there, and y'all already know the Rona is real. So I was like, no, we're not gonna go. We're gonna try and go another day. So the next day we went earlier so that we could avoid the crowd. Get to the park. There's very few people there. We get out the car. Ivy's so excited to play, and Ivy's a really friendly kid. Like she don't got no siblings. Most of her cousins are older than her, and she don't really get to hang around kids unless she goes to school. So she's excited because she see all these little kids playing at the park, and I'm like, cool, they got kids playing at the park, so I'll be able to just kick back and like watch her, you know. Y'all, tell me why. I kid you not. I had a little thing about that. What? Tell me why about 10 people left. As soon as we step foot on that park and Ivy's come, you see everybody gathering their kids up. It was about 10 people left. And they all looking like concerned, rushing, hurry up. Hey, it's time to go, it's time to leave. And keep in mind, we are the only people of color there. So I'm like, you know, like, So all these kids are playing at the park, and not once did anybody invite her to play. When she's talking to people, they running past her, and she was invisible. And I'm just like shocked and surprised that people, Ivy, stop, go play. Let me finish this real quick, please. So I'm like kind of shocked because in most cases Ivy always makes a friend at the park. Ivy always make a friend at the park. Like, it's never a time that Ivy will go to a park and not make some friends. So it was kind of weird that time because, like I said, this was also the first time where it wasn't kind of like a mixed crowd. It was literally only the same kind of people. And I don't want to say white people too much because it just sounds like I'm mad or something. I don't know. Like, I guess I can say it. I already said it. But white people, black people, whatever. I'm not trying to offend nobody either. I'm just saying. But for real, it was kind of shocking to me though. For real though. And then the crazy part about it is, one of the parents, he not even watching his kids, bro. Like, he's not even watching his kid. But whenever I just walk at the playground, I just walk around so I can have my eyes on her at all times, right? So I'm like, as long as I got her in my eye view, I can see everything that's going on, I'm cool. This dude, one of the parents that was like just standoffish, looking like just, you know what I'm saying? Why his kid leg got stuck? This man kid leg got stuck in between like the park equipment, and the boy just screaming for his dad. I'm like, sir, anybody? Your kid is hurt and screaming for you. I'm like, you're not even watching your kids, bro. Like, but anyways, after I realized that, I told Ivy it's time to go. I was like, Ivy, you know what? Because you don't even feel welcome. And Ivy was asking me, she's like, Mommy, why nobody want to play with me? And I'm like, look, Ivy, not all people are nice. Not all people are nice. And not everybody's going to want to be your friend, sadly. And that made my kid cry. And it's like, why is she experiencing that at such a young age? Why do kids feel like it's okay to even be rude to other kids like that at such a young age? I don't get it. It's not fair. I feel like it's gonna be especially harder today raising a little black girl, just because of how social media is taking over our generation. Our generation. Well, it is taking over our generation, and it's also gonna take over our kids. Like, social media and teenagers right now are insane. I can only imagine how worse it's gonna get as time goes on, and there are real internet bullies out there. Kids always want to get in the internet. You get bullied on fake games. I watch the kids' chat boxes because I play Roblox with my kids, so I don't talk to nobody on the internet because she can't even read. She don't know how to type. She don't nothing. So I'll see, the conversations with the other kids amongst on the internet, and it's crazy. So I'm low-key, like, I don't want to say I'm afraid, but I'm a little afraid for what the future holds. So, like, I never want my child to be feeling, like she's not worthy or beautiful or her skin made something wrong with her, like something wrong with her or something like that. But Ivy knows that she's beautiful, yes? Ivy noticed she's a beautiful black girl.
Yeah. And these are black too.
That's sunflower seeds.
Flower seeds are black.
A little bit. But it's just funny how kids are so critical at such a young age now. Like, when I was a kid, I wasn't thinking about what my hair looked like. Like, honestly, whenever I was a kid, whenever I lived in New Orleans, most of the students in my school were black like me. So it was like all the same. And I was young, and I feel like because most of our parents were probably raised the same way, and that's the reason why we didn't really pick on each other like that. You know what I'm saying? Because we all knew that we were all the same, you know? And you know, kids play roles and stuff like that. I'm not gonna sit there and act like when I was in elementary everybody was all, you know, polite and perfect. You know, we were still kids and joke around and stuff like that, but it was nothing ever serious. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I think it's just gonna be a little different from what my parents had to experience as parents, from what I'll have to experience with her, because the technology is growing faster and faster and bigger and by the hour on some stuff. Like, so I know eventually one day I'll have to have these talks with Ivy, and I really want her to be prepared to be able to face the world, whether good people come her way or bad people come her way, you know? And I never want her to feel small or ever feel like she is just not important just because of the way her skin is, because there's really some people who look at themselves and feel like they're worthless because they're black, because that's what people, you know, put out in the world for us to believe, and that is not true at all. We are human beings. Like, everyone's a human. And I just don't understand how people don't see that. Like, we're all human. We all have the same organs and build on the inside. The only difference is our skin. Being a black woman today is, I'm trying to find the right word, very empowering but uncomfortable at the same time. Only because I know what I'm worthy of. I love myself. I believe in myself. I look at myself and I know that I'm important, you know, like I know that I matter just as much as anybody else does. The only reason that it is, what did I say? I said it's empowering and frightening. I think I said frightening. I don't know exactly what word I used. Only because on the downside it can be a little frightening being a black woman, because people constantly try to tear us down, and it's all over the internet how people make fun of us, and people want to try to be like us and mock us and this and that, and it's not cool, and sometimes it can really tear you down. And it's like you have to be strong at all times for you and also your little girl, because you don't want her to see you break down. You know, like, I always want to be the strongest woman I can be for my daughter, because I'm her only, you know, like, active parent. Like, it's just me and her. Like, I'm a single mother, and I don't want her to, you know, pick up on any, like, negative traits that I have. Like, because I ain't gonna lie, like, whenever I was depressed, I did see it rub off on my daughter a little bit. I won't even lie. And I think, honestly, like, she gets her strength from me or through me. You know, like, whatever I put out there for her, she'll receive. So I need to be strong and be confident so that she can be strong and confident herself. I never want her to be feeling like she's low. Again, I keep saying that over and over and over. I guess I mean it. I must really mean it because I keep saying it. But I think overall, the experience of raising a black girl for tomorrow, a little black girl for tomorrow, and me being a mother now, I think it's gonna be easy only because it's like a tiny version of you, and your kids kind of adapt, you know, traits and stuff from you. So it should be kind of easy. I'm pretty fun mom, outgoing. I love all people. I feel like she'll grow up with a really, really kind heart, but also a very, very strong mindset. And I'm gonna let her know that her opinions matter, because I got my first internet hater the other day on TikTok yesterday, and it was I was like, boy, people crazy, trying to you know, ruin your life and stuff like that, and make you look like bad people. And I want her to not let words get to her. Oh, she's young. While she is young right now, it's the best time to start. So I'll be letting her know, like, don't let people words what people say. Don't let it make you cry. Don't cry. It's okay to cry, but don't be taking stuff so serious sometimes, because you gotta be strong. But my girl is very sweet. I love her so much. She's the best, and I think we'll be good. I really do. All right. I guess that's this. That is it. I accidentally ended it. Anyways, I guess that's it for this episode. I'm gonna have to record the second half, you know, the closing on the anchor, because I accidentally closed it out. But thank you guys so much for listening to my episode. If you guys have any suggestions that you guys would like to talk about for Black History Month, go ahead and comment below. Let me know. What should I talk about? I got all the time in the world to go ahead and make these episodes, so why not do them? Don't forget to follow me on Instagram if you are not following me now, at LTAI_podcast_. You'll be able to see updates, new episodes, and also some funny content. I like to put my TikToks and reels and stuff on there. Try to make it a little different for y'all, so you're not just seeing podcast, you know? But thank y'all so much. I really appreciate all of the support, and y'all stay blessed and have a great day.